Morning viewer, welcome to our Fossack TV USA. Yes, Russia invades Ukraine. What we are covering here? Rocket struck a maternity clinic, a Holocaust memorial site, and near a TV tower in Kyiv after the Russian military warned of high precision strikes. Russia appears to have taken the southern city of Kherson after days of heavy fighting and shelling. US President Joe Biden condemned Russia's invasion and pledged solidarity with the Ukrainian people during the State of the Union address Tuesday night and reiterated the US will not deploy troops to Ukraine. More than 500,000 refugees have fled Ukraine during Russia's invasion, according to the UN. What to hell? You can learn how to support humanitarian efforts in Ukraine here. The city center in Odisha is a ghost town, barricaded with sandbags. This is a city ready for battle. The bombing has not started, but Ukraine's third largest city on the southern coast appears as if it is already under bombardment. For days, Odisha's residents have been warned of the possibility of a Russian amphibious landing. Young residents now know it is their turn to fight. Some civilians have already taken up arms. Scared from a war for the last generation, locals are on edge as Russian forces encroach on Ukraine's Black Sea coast. They say this is just like an episode that causes their grandparents to burst into nervous tears when they recall the horror of 1941 during the assault by Nazi Germany. A food hall has been hurriedly converted into a wild machine designed to sustain the city's youth and medicine and other essential supplies. The city's nearby opera house is fortified just as it was more than 8 decades ago. One man, Nick, tells me he could not help but weep after seeing a photograph of the building barricaded. It is impossible to imagine that this picture is reality. It is only our memory, say. But while it can feel like everyone is staying to fight, trains are filling with people, young mothers and their children desperate to escape. They watched the chilling march of the Russians into the town of Kherson, about 125 miles, 200 kilometers west of Odessa, a town where locals never imagined they would have Russian troops walking around the streets. Navin Sekharba, an Indian national killed during Russia's shelling of Kharkiv on Tuesday, was a fourth-year medical student at Kharkiv National Medical University. India's Foreign Secretary Harsh Singla said at a news briefing late Tuesday he had moved out to get some groceries and foreign exchange when he was killed. His cousin, Kantes Gaidgoldar, told the reporter on Wednesday, adding that Navin had planned to leave for Poland later the same day. Singla said Navin was in line to buy groceries at a shop when it was hit with shelling. Navin had spoken to his father moments before he stepped out for groceries and to his mother earlier Tuesday morning, Kante said. As of Tuesday's evening, his body was at morgue in his university, Singla said, adding that Indian officials are in touch with local authorities to repatriate his body. We request the Indian government to bring Navin's body back as soon as possible and to bring back all Indian students back. We don't want a repeat of incidents, Kante said. India's Prime Minister conveyed his deep anguish on the loss of the life of an Indian national. Singla added that he had spoken to the ambassadors of Russia and Ukraine to strongly reiterate the demand for urgent safe passage for all Indian nationals who are still in Kharkiv and other cities in the conflict area. So far, more than 9,000 Indian nationals have been evacuated, while a considerable number are now in safer areas, an Indian official said Tuesday. Earlier on Tuesday, the Indian embassy in Kyiv asked its citizens to urgently leave the capital as Russia's military convoy closed on the city, according to the satellite images from Maxar Technology. Beyond this report, Fossack TV USA.